We got the GPS records that came out. It's all over the place, baby. We got some new interviews. All of a sudden, everybody's a forensic scientist. But we gonna try to keep it true because I'm Jay Lava. I scour the internet so that you don't have to, and I gather them all up for you to get on around the world. And I ain't even gonna play with you. We ain't even finna do that. We're finna get right on, just right on in there, because she talking about this GPS, and we need to see what's going down. Did y'all know that Dr. Gladys West made the GPS?
Dr. Gladys West invented the GPS. She's a black woman, and I want to talk about the GPS as it pertains to Nolan Wells' case, the one that they're handling so sensitively, and no arrests have been made and there's no suspects. That one. So here's what we know. One of the young men on the boat that was supposed to return with Nolan, his mom is a judge, right? That judge made a statement. The statement says that they were having issues with the bilge on the boat, and so they had to call in for help. That phone call actually was recorded, in that phone call where the Coast Guard said, hey, is everyone on board? Is everyone okay? They said yes.
Is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
Yes, everyone's okay. Everyone's here. Whole time Nolan wasn't even on that boat, but his phone was. Okay, and then he said that they were at the western tip of Horn Island. Guess where Nolan's body was found?
We're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking.
The northwestern tip, which isn't that far away. That's where they found his body in that water, right? They said that they were having issues with the boat and they needed help, right? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Yes. Now, as we know, Nolan's body is in Washington, D.C., and he is getting an autopsy done, an extensive autopsy, toxicology, all of that. They're going to do the whole 9 yards on this poor boy's body that his mother has not been able to bury because she's trying to find answers that no one wants to give, and everyone has information. I will still be covering this, and as always, I will be available to provide you with breaking news to outweigh the bad. Bye, guys.
Hey, shout out to her, man. I like the way she busted down. She's so professional and such a lady. She doesn't use the curse words and things like that. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what's killing me is Slick Don Lemonade, who'd have had the family on the show, who'd have had Ben Crump on the show, and all of this. Now he's sitting up here with this YT lady talking about. Well, I'll let you be the judge.
And heard, they're being pretty tight-lipped. They're giving some updates, but from what you have seen and heard, what do you think happened? What are your thoughts on what possibly happened?
Well, I think we need to be real careful because we don't know everything yet. But here's what I can tell you. You've got several young people that were with Nolan Wells. They all have cell phones. Where were their phones? Were they also left on the boat when, they hopped off to go onto the island? It makes sense to me if you've got to jump in the water to get to the island. The other thing is those phones are going to track just like the GPS on the boat. If one phone leaves for a period of time and goes to another dock, that's going to come available for us. So we know the time they left and got to the island. It took about an hour and 15 minutes. Don, when they returned, it took about the same amount of time. So that kind of checks out. But then they go to other places. We have their original statements when they first talked to the family, when they first talked to law enforcement. Those statements have got to match the travel of that boat. And if it does, then that checks out. If it doesn't, we're going to go another direction.
Sure. Having done this for quite some time now, look, we're in a technology age, an information age where there, as you said, there are cameras, there are cell phones everywhere. There are usually cameras everywhere. You mean to tell me that not one person knows or has seen or at least has something to give in this story to help investigators? It sounds crazy to me.
All them people around.
Don, that's the part that blows my mind. When you look at the videos and the photographs that have been released, look, we all went somewhere for the 4th of July.
Right.
There are people packed everywhere. And if somebody's just scanning, taking video, I cannot fathom that somebody did not capture him on film, on a photograph.
Come on now.
I just find that hard to believe. And if he's with a group that knows him, somehow gets separated, but he's with another group that supposedly knows him, how does he wind up all by himself? Those are the questions that have got to be answered for his mama. Don, listen, you and I have worked lots of cases together, and you know as well as I do, when you have a child die, you have got to be able to sit with that mama with facts, not speculation, not I believe, not I think, not possibly. You've got to show her facts so that she can somehow absorb what you're telling her, somehow understand it so that she can eventually accept it, whatever it is. Because the reality is,
From what you have seen in her,
I don't know about that. She sounded like she was advocating for the wrong side of the team while trying to seem impartial and trying to seem like she was on the up and up. I ain't even like none of her tone. Her tone was garbage to me. I don't know about that. I don't know how y'all felt about that. But my man say that he got the grand breakdown on the GPS. This GPS thing is hot. It seems like every time they bring something out, it twists us up in another twist.
The boys on the boat with Nolan Wells lied, they mamas lied, but GPS don't. Huh? The boys on the boat with Nolan Wells lied, they mamas lied, but GPS don't. So listen, trigger warning before we get started. An update came in late last night about the Nolan Wells situation. Apparently, the GPS on the boat shows that the boat went back to the island twice. Now, let me read the caption verbatim. This is from Rap House TV. I want to make sure that I throw them some love. Let's read this together. According to the newly released GPS data, the boat departed Horn Island at 4:31 p.m. and returned to its original dock before traveling into Fort Bayou at approximately 5:52 p.m. It then returned to the dock around 6:06 p.m. Later that evening, at 7:19 p.m., the boat was recorded at the Fort Bayou boat launch. Investigators believe it was then transported over land, likely by trailer, to the boat owner's residence in Biloxi, Mississippi. The Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, MSDMR, also stated that the boat owner, his mother, and another individual who was reportedly with Nolan Wells on the day he disappeared have all cooperated with investigators. Lies, allegedly. I just wanted to bring y'all this news because there are people mapping out the entire thing up here. I'm not going to do that because now that I do want to just preface to y'all, they are saying that they think that other boats are involved. Now,
Ding, 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 ding. Okay, I was waiting for him to get to that point because that's what I'm saying. It's too much hop, skip, and a jump for a boat that was taking down water that needed to get towed. That the pump, the village pump was out. The pump was out. We couldn't. Y'all did a lot of hop, skipping, and jumping with a pump out. Is what I'm trying to say. It just that part ain't adding up at all. And it's a ton. It's a ton of people that don't think so too. Kim, I like the way Kim broke it down on the dock because look, she on the dock already. This the lawyer girl, Kim. She be busting it down.
When we found Javon's boat launch, it was from September of 2023. So that didn't prove much, except these kids were familiar with these types of places that had direct water access. So that gave us a start to say, hey, they don't need a public launch because they can just go right in their backyard and launch a boat. Because at first we were trying to see if a boat was launched twice and check a boat launch record. But then guess what? If they have private launches, we won't have a boat launch record.
Ding, 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 ding. That's what I was saying. Like even earlier on in the game when I was looking at the little bay or cove or whatever it is that they're in, most of those houses got direct water access. I knew it.
So this was the first clue to let y'all know that they have access to this type of stuff. Then this picture was posted on the day he disappeared from Evan, the same place we got the pool photo from. So this is clear as day a boat launch on the day he disappeared. Direct water access is possible. Like, what more do you fucking need, dude? Besides the autopsy results. And by the way, quit saying that boy drowned, because if he drowned, you think Mississippi wants this fucking screw?
Oh gosh, Kim, I be forgetting about how Kim get to going on. She be busted. She's very intelligent, but she has a Popeye the Sailor mouth, like for real. It is crazy. Dang. But anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I see y'all. What's going on? We got Real Reality in here. He said they linked him up the entire week. Hey, well, actually, man, listen, man. I got a couple little theories. Like, I really don't go on the theories, but I really want to try something. Y'all remember that girl? If y'all been watching for a minute, y'all remember that girl that used to do them readings? She did a Nolan Wells a reading, and I thought it was interesting because she was kind of right on from the beginning. But listen, this is another thing though I wanted to say, man. The more and more I dig into this case, man. Let me go ahead and put my tinfoil kufi on right now. It just seems weird. Like the whole thing, man. Now, Tyler Perry done stepped in. Byron Allen done stepped in, which are two iffy figures if you know, right? And then Colin Kaepernick stepped in. And what do they all have in common, man? They all got that Hollywood, even though he was a football player, he definitely went on to do, commercials and but it just seems so orchestrated, if that's a good word I can say, because now it's escalating to another height, right? And then all of this different information coming from here and coming from there. It's like they're purposely injecting confusion and chaos. Like, it's kind of getting out of hand, really. You said the Black Boule. I definitely believe that they all play their own little role. And like, if I had to verbalize it, the way I see it is this, and see if y'all can relate to this. I see that game like this. Hey, yo. Yeah. I don't really care how you been or whatever. They ain't trying to be with the small talk. Hey, yo, I need y'all to make a commotion. Because I need y'all to make a commotion. It's your time to make a commotion. Well, what you got to commotion do you think? What are you talking about? Figure it out. So that's why, like, sometimes you see people do a whole array of weird things, whether it be like act out or do something way out of the non-ordinary, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they do something, and then it's like, man, why they do that? Because it was their time. But anyway, Shorty, real quick here, she says she got a final message channeled from Nolan Wells. I'm inclined to see what she's talking about.
Hey, my beautiful people.
What's up?
So I told y'all to let me know who I need to channel next in the Nolan Wells case.
Right.
And I seen y'all's comments, and there was a lot of people that y'all are putting in there, a lot of people that I've already done. But let's face it, at this point, it's a lot of lies, a lot of cover up, just a mess going on with the Nolan Wells case.
Exactly.
So I thought for the best interest for everyone,
Uh-huh.
that I should just channel Nolan again.
Mm.
I asked Nolan specifically to tell me, what is it that you want everybody to know about your death? Nolan chose to show me the autopsies. Nolan wants everybody to know that the first autopsy has a lot of cover up. It was not thorough, and it just looked for surface level things. It was a very general autopsy, which we already know that. But this is important to Nolan because he needs y'all to understand that he was killed. It's also important to Nolan because he is very appreciative of the second autopsy. The second autopsy is what gave him clarity in helping him remember that he did not die in any water. This is when Nolan's spirit realized that things were not adding up. He had a lot of questions himself. It is very important to Nolan that no one forgets that he was killed. Going with the narrative that he drowned does not bring him peace.
Like on some real spiritual shit. Like, listen, this is what I'm saying to y'all. Regardless to the how y'all feel about you know how she drawing said energy or receiving said messages, she ain't said nothing wrong. I know that would bother the shit out of my ghost. Y'all talk about I drown and I can swim, or y'all think I jump my ass off that damn island and start to try to swim back under any condition, high or not high. If you thought I did that, shame on you.
Next thing that's very important to Nolan for everyone to know is that the cover up is coming from a woman. And I told y'all he showed me this the very first time, and that leads to Judge Ashley Cole.
Right.
But she's also being led. He does not want you to forget those two things. If you forget those two things, he has no peace. By the truth being spoken, no matter what anybody says, but by people still speaking the truth, he can finally rest.
Man, listen, I don't care what you're talking about. You know, as you get older, you know, you start to look at things in different ways. You know what I'm saying? And if you know something, you know you don't know nothing. And just because, like, I what she's saying is, you know, it's kind of general, but it's kind of right on the spot too. So I guess, do you call that a gift?
Nolan showed me that this is a very orchestrated cleanup and influence is being used. And this is like a bully situation. People are being threatened to keep this cover up. And this is coming from a professional department.
Now, hold on. Now, she on to something, because I swear to y'all, these next couple videos on these other updates, I don't know if y'all know, but I made what's her name, Katie, a devil, and it looks like I did it for a good reason. I did it for a good reason, but I'm gonna let her cook out because she almost done.
Also, Nolan didn't tell me this, but I already know this. The GPS has been altered, so don't believe what that is that they're coming out with. That's a lie. There is actually a man that was really mad, pissed off because they went back out to that island that night with that boat. They had to come up with a whole nother scenario with that boat. So to sum all this up, the most important thing that you guys need to know is that Nolan was killed. Nolan does not want you to forget that. When you start forgetting that, he no longer has peace. And Nolan wants you to know that the cover up is coming from a professional department. Judge Ashley Cole has a huge thing to do with this. And he does not want anybody to forget that about his death.
Man, I don't care what y'all say. The sister cooked. I don't, man, listen. Thank you for the trophy. But the trophy needs to go to her, because that's the truth. Money Mike, shout out to the members in the joint. Hit the like button. It's free, is what he said. Money Mike on the side, man. She was cooking. And I don't know if y'all remember me playing her first little reading a little bit ago, but she kind of caused some of the stuff that was said before any of the information was out. And believe me, I know if the information was out, because I was covering it. You know what I'm saying? But hold on, though. My boy Secret Sam on the jam. And watch, he about to cooperate with what she... Listen to this. Listen to this.
People are saying, I don't know if there's an internet rumor or if there's any truth to this, but people are saying that Katie McCormick's cousin is on the run. Now, there's videos going around where people have allegedly seen in one of the videos where they think you can see Nolan on the back of a boat. That
Now, to be fair, just so y'all know what y'all looking like, so y'all up to speed, that's a still frame from a video that was taken on the island, and somebody put it in Chat GPT and tried to, clear up the image, because they was trying to figure out what the name of the boat was. But guess what, though? The boat's been found. Hold on, I'm gonna play that one too, but I'm gonna let Cuz kick. Man, listen, it's getting like way deeper than you imagine.
it appears to say Lil Daddy or Big Daddy or Mac Daddy. We're not sure. We're also not sure if this is allegedly Katie's dad on that boat. But people are now saying that her cousin is on the run. Can anybody validate this reporting? I just wanted to let you guys know. Again, in a lot of what we do, it's hard to find the truth, but I think it's like a pinball. If you knock it around a little bit, you might hit the right point. It's like any investigation. They might go after a lead, and that lead might lead to nothing. But if, in fact, her cousin is on the run, and if the internet sleuths, if you guys can help me find any more information on that, then that's definitely highly suspect, seeing as she was the last one to be with him, knowing this is Mississippi, and a white woman with a black man. Certainly, it's not the first time that has caused...
Come on, y'all. Didn't I say that the other day, though? I told y'all, man, it's always it's the Becky. And hold on, just so I keep up with what I'm supposed to do, I got to get a visual of the chick. You got to know who we looking at and who we talking about. We are talking about Katie. Hey, look, for y'all, we talking about young Katie. It's the Katester.
You're some damn devils. It ain't no other way. FBA on code.
All right, I can't play too much of it because they be tripping on the thing. But yes, Katie, when he says Katie, that's who we're talking about. The last female seen with Nolan Wells. You see what I'm saying? You understand? It gets deep. But hold on, let me let him cook out. But I just wanted to give y'all that visual reference. You got to know these names that's being thrown out.
Trouble, as we know, Emmett Till just simply alleged to whistle at a woman, which it proved that he didn't, and that terrible woman, Carolyn Bryant, who got to pass without any consequences. I would love to take a dookie on her grave.
How does Sam know all the knowledge? And we be getting goofies up in here acting like they don't know. Shout out to Sam. At least Sam know he could reference. I could appreciate that. Do some research. Know what you're talking about. Shout out to Sam.
Sorry for the, sorry for getting so deep on it, but so deep put her ass to sleep.
All right, Sam. All right, you're doing too much now, boy. And that still don't get you an invite to the cookout, but that was very good information. Actually, I got a couple other videos from Sam because Sam been busting it down the whole little joint. That I noticed something over doing these videos, like somebody is feeding cuz like some info. I'm more than convinced of that. He be having too much little nitties on the gritties. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he didn't be coming with the and I'm the one doing all the scouring here. I'm telling you, I know. I've been on it. And it just seems to come like my man's only got the joints. But we gonna keep it Swayze and keep it on Katie, because Katie is the one that we focusing on right now. Because I told you.
Wait, you telling me there's a member in Katie's family who is allegedly on the run right now, and that person could be the person that did something to Nolan Wells? This person was seen on a boat with Nolan and has deactivated Facebook and all their social media all of a sudden. Watch this whole video because this is crazy. You telling me Katie family? So everybody knows that the story goes that Nolan left his friends to go say he was going to stay with Katie, but then Katie said he went back with his friends.
Right.
Now stay with me because it get crazy. Now y'all remember this picture and everybody was saying, was this Nolan? But check this out. Here's a better picture. This person right here is allegedly Katie's dad. Same person as you can see here, and this is Katie's profile picture. Now follow me. Now remember, this is Lil Daddy boat. Now there was an altercation that happened, they're saying at 5 p.m. on Lil Daddy's boat. And what they're saying, here it is. One of my passengers, pretty certain he was part of the group, he being Nolan, that was fighting around 5 p.m. This is the first possible lead that we have that says Nolan around 5 p.m. was still there. Now, could Katie's father have been mad that he was with a black girl or that his daughter was with a black man and did something? I don't know, but it's sounding crazy and I don't like it. What if I told him?
I'm just saying. It don't sound too far off. And when we speaking in terms of rituals and that, like, man, let's not look. Let me tell y'all something real quick before we even go on. I want to just make sure we preface this the right way. We're talking about people who did public lynchings, okay? There's people around that attended those. They cheering about them. They still had to find a way to practice it. You don't get that kind of bloodlust, right? Think about the endorphins. Think about the release. Whether you scared in that situation, you amazed, where you're full of rage, whatever the case is, you get a lot of it on them situations. You think that just go away because the law changed and now it's illegal to do? No. They got to adapt to it, right? So now you got to find sneakier ways. You know what I'm saying? And you got to it's like Hansel and Gretel-ish, like feeding the little breadcrumbs and leading them to the damn oven to fry them. You know what I mean? You get me? It's crazy, man. See, the problem is that, well, at least for y'all and you little dummies in my little chat, the problem for y'all is that y'all don't want to consider that we know about you. We know about your people and how they get down. Dude, they used to literally eat the people that they lynched, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Talking about I'm full of crap. Are you serious? They ain't teach y'all that? Before going racist, can we get the facts? Man, shut up. You come over here to this channel to get whooped on a little bit too. Shut up. You love it. I'm a bring the pain. Don't tell me how to run my program, homeboy. Anyway, see, there y'all go, trying to come colonize my damn program. That's how you do, huh? Anyway, I kind of wanted to focus on the things that's going around the Nolan Wells case because shut up. Who is that? Jerry? Are you finna Jerry don't become the one tonight. Last night I got a bunch of your homeboys. A bunch of your homeboys bit the dust last night. I was on fire last night. Don't be next. Just chill out. Hold up. What you say you focus on, fam? You said what you say? He said, thank you. That's what's up, Me Too. Where you from, Me Too? Where you tapping in from, Me Too? Make sure you smash that like and the subscribe, though, and all that, though. You said, I'm still focusing on the pool party. Allegedly, Nolan's time of death was 1:30 on July 5th. I believe he was murdered in the shed with plenty of people watching. That's interesting. Listen, this is my thing about that though. Like, okay, let me level with y'all real quick before we go on, because I gotta establish myself at least on where I think this is. Okay, because I've been doing a lot of taking in a lot of information and all the timelines and all of this. I think this boat and the call and all of that, that's easily doctored. We live in the age where Jersey in this joint. Okay, on the B1 side of the game. All right now. That's what I'm talking about. Hey. So listen. I'm saying, listen, y'all. All of that don't make no sense. Everything the GPS boat did, you know why it don't make sense? Because when at the point when you found out your homeboy, you had your homeboy's phone, and you didn't go back to see what's up with him, or any of that, all that fall out the water. So I think they jumped the gun saying they left him on the boat. I think the left him on the island was the stumble and the fall, because remember, none of the national attention and none of that stuff happened yet. So they thought they was for the good old smooth it over like Mississippi do it. You dig what I'm saying? They was for the smooth it over, get it done, open and shut case. You know who the medical examiner is. Hold on. For the people watching, if y'all know these faces, first of all, that's Katie McCormick. This is the girl in question. Looks sweet on the outside, but really a devil on the inside. Okay. When we speaking about the judge, this is the judge, Judge Ashley Cole. Sweet on the outside, devil on the inside. She's the one that came out making the initial statements about the whereabouts of this dweeb. This is her little dweeb, Warren. Warren is the dweeb and the one that was like that he in the picture with. Actually, he's kind of like a major figure. And then if I was going to think somebody had direct boat access, for sure it's finna be a judge. And as we know now, Warren and Wyatt and them had boats. Did y'all know that? Did you know they had their own boats? It's getting crazy. Hold on. This is the medical examiner who done. Her name is Stacy. So when they be throwing these names around, I want y'all to get these faces and these names. This is Stacy Turner. She's the chief medical examiner and fire-breathing devil biatch that resided over several cases of black people already and excused them of natural or S aside. I don't know if I can say that when they be tripping. But yeah, look, she looks nice and regular, and then she starts blowing out devil hot devil fire. Hold on, let me move this so y'all can see. My bad, y'all. Oh, by the way, I know some of y'all looking on the vertical feed, the portrait joint, and the picture kind of small, right? And I noticed that a lot of y'all watch this on TV, right? So there's two feeds to this. There's the vertical one and the horizontal, you know what I'm saying? So if you switch over to the other one, you can see what you don't think you be seeing when you don't be seeing what you see when you see what you see when you see it. You know what I'm saying? Wave God, you said he was sacrificed. Where you tapping in from, fam? Sin 96, they didn't have their own boats. They did have their own boats. Shut up. Come on, fam. Take a moment and smash the like button. If it don't cost you nothing but a little bit of your time. I appreciate you, David. For real. I like how you play it. For real. Okay? Understand. Listen to the man. But listen, I want y'all to know this is real. This is really important, y'all. It's not. Hold on. Let me get myself over here because I want y'all to see these faces. That's the medical examiner. Okay, that's Stacy Turner, right? This is the dweeb Warren. He's a hell of a devil. AI does wonders on these dudes, turning them into a devil. Then we got the girl, Katie McCormick, last seen with Nolan Wells, okay? Then we got Eric Alcantara. This is Eric, one of his homeboys, another one of them dweeb dudes, right? Then we got Wyatt, Weird Suit Wyatt, County Fair Bluebell Bowtie Wyatt, the biggest dweeb of them all, but also a devil. But that's Wyatt. You understand? And then we got Eli. He turned into some sort of vampire-ish, werewolfish devil, but I'll take it. Still devil. Then it's Eli. So these are the names. Oh, don't forget about Morgan. Forgot about Morgan. Another straight dweeb. But a fire-breathing devil dragon dweeb. Okay? So I want y'all to make sure that y'all get pictures of these people's faces and they true form. Right? And the reason why am I G Lover, you ripping when you calling them devil? Because if they were supposed to be classified as friends and they've made all the moves that they've made thus far, then by golly, my friend, they're devils. That's just my opinion. You understand? Dub Supreme would say somebody got mad because he was talking about the white girl, maybe their father or some other white guys, but they didn't. Come on, listen. We all putting this together right now, sir. You said weird suit Wyatt. Hell yeah. Come on, man. Look at that suit. And the reason why I'm saying this stuff is because these are the guys that was jealous of Nolan. There must have been some animosity between these guys and Nolan. And I mean, just off the visuals, there's some dweebs. You couldn't see this guy being jealous of Nolan. Come on, man. That old salmon croquette sport coat he got on. Come on. I guess AI did him a solid and gave him a better body. That's the one he wish he had to pound Nolan with, allegedly. But whatever. But these is the dude. That's Wyatt. Get that name in your head. Now, it's also something about Wyatt's brother. Wyatt's brother was online talking crap. That's Eric. This is Katie. Again, see Katie. That's Katie. You understand? I just want y'all to get a good eyeful. So when these names start going around, you know who we talking about. But most of the focus been on her, and it's been on Dweeb Boy right here. Which, in my opinion, he looked like he was the most. Well, that was Eric that had his arm around Nolan's leg in that final picture to the right, and then it's the other two dweebs, him and the other one that's sitting right by him, like, bro, bro, my bro, they're my bro. And see, that's the thing about it though. When I hear people say stuff like sacrifice and all, how does it start? You got to fatten them up. You got to bring them in. You got to make them comfortable. How we know it wasn't a plan for it all to go down on 4th of July. I mean, it certainly seems funny, especially if y'all remember hearing that there was other people that was supposed to ride on a boat with them but did not. Seems pretty set up to me from the giddy. They are AI. Who is that? No Ego. What you're looking at here is Nolan's fake friends, and AI has allowed me to turn them into their true form. That's the form that I think that they take on because they left their homeboy on an island. If the story is true, this is what we're saying. The reason why I can't speak for nobody else, right? But the reason why I chose to use AI's clutches to morph them into their final form is because ain't no way in hell that you supposed to leave your boy on the joint. Thank you for the star, mama. Ain't no way you supposed to leave your boy on no island. It's just not supposed to happen. Uncle alert, straight up. That's not supposed to happen. Like when we just talk about real people and real things, and just from what we see, from what I've gathered, that's not something that y'all come up with. That's not something that y'all understand. Y'all don't understand looking out for your people, making sure your people straight. Like that's not in y'all wheelhouse. Right? Like that's above your pay grade in morals, so to speak. Right? How dare you stoop down to make sure somebody's all right? I know y'all don't know nothing about that. But see, where we looking at it, no, they don't know. No, Furley. Furley. Look, let me tell you, Furley. They don't know, fam. It has been, and that's where we mess up, G. They don't know. And all the assumptions will leave you like homeboy up at the music festival with half his whole head almost gone. In the ICU fighting right now. Like ain't none of y'all heard about it because I ain't done the story yet. It's real out here in the field out here. Soon as we stop being skeptical, soon as we stop considering the possibilities based off the history, mind you. See, that's another thing y'all think we supposed to negate. We talking about Mississippi. Mississippi is the place where civil rights started. If it wasn't for Emmett Till and that open casket, fam, that's what kicked it off. And here we go again. Later on in the game, and we asking questions like, what y'all did to our babies? It ain't just Nolan Wells. It's Tamir Rice. It's Jamar Clark. It's It's a lot, man. It's a lot. That's what I'm saying. We can't deny that part of it. That part can't slip. That's the passion in it though. Like this ain't just about Nolan. It ain't about Nolan. It's more. It's way more than Nolan. Nolan is just another sad ass example of the same crap. I be trying to stop cursing. But Nolan, yeah, man, Nolan is just another little thing. You understand? So there was an interesting thing Kim did as far as talking about the funeral, because I don't know if y'all know the funeral is tomorrow. And you know what? I think I might, if the funeral is anyway televised, of course I'm gonna cover it. I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of reporting or recording. I don't know if it's necessarily gonna be live, but rest assured, if it's live, I'm gonna be on the scene, baby. And we gonna run the live feed. You understand what I'm saying? But Kim asks, are the kids invited to the funeral?
I want to know if any of those kids are going to go to the funeral, if they're even going to be allowed to go to the funeral, if they're going to even show their face.
Real quick, Cosmic Cooley, I ain't seen you tap in before. You say it's hard for you not to curse. Fam, I got the pottiest of the pottiest mouth is, and I've been just trying to change my ways a little bit on some journalistic integrity, because you know some people be wanting to get the message and hear what we got to say, but you know they might be playing it, and I never know who watching the Keep It P podcast too, fam. They might want to play this in institutions, or they might want to play it in the classroom, and I can't just be going in like that. You know what I'm saying? And now people done got roasted. So matter of fact, make sure you hit the like. All y'all hit the like because it's free. Like Cuz said, thank you so much. Hit the like because it's free. Make sure you subscribe. But I appreciate you tapping in, family, and level with me on that, because that's something I struggle with, boy. That's something I struggle with. He said, Henderson, what up? Check out Willington NC 1898 and holla at me. Oh, so you getting at somebody in the comment section? Who is that? House Psycho? I ain't never seen you tap in either, fam. Where y'all tapping in from? Can we just do a roll call real quick, man? Damn, man, the Keep It P podcast, man. Y'all be up in here deep. I love it. Can we just do a quick roll call, man, so I know at where everybody's tapping in from? Because you got to keep in mind, Keep It P podcast is a global show, you know. They be all across the water watching and don't be saying nothing, because I be seeing the analytics. We all up in Jamaica and UK and Africa too, by the way. Africa be tipping in there, and them is like the 5 top countries too. Oh, Canada, I forgot Canada. So US, Canada, Jamaica, Africa, and it just says Africa too. It doesn't say exactly which country. And then the UK, it doesn't say which country, which one in the UK too, but VABs, that's what's up. Just subscribe, that's what's up. I appreciate that. Arlington, Texas, in the hole. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm originally from New Orleans, but I moved here from Mississippi to Texas. That's right. Boston in this John. CT in this Connecticut, Philly, East Chicago. Not over there in the GI side of the game. That's what I'm talking about. East Chicago. I like how you can drive through East Chicago to Gary. That was back in the day. He said, your mom's house. I'm gonna let you get that off. That was funny. That's funny. I can laugh. That's some shit I would do. That's why it's funny though. Real talk. Hard right. Hard right. You got me. South Carolina in here. Corey, shut up, man. This is straight up black empowerment, man. Now, don't come over here starting no drama, because I have been known to cut necks now. I do that now. I do it to you, boy. You better watch your mouth, boy. I do it to you there. Now, come on here and get some teachings. Try to learn you somethings. Is what you need be about, boy. Anyway, did y'all see TMZ report on Nolan Wells talking about he drowned already? Did y'all hear that? Now it's just not the Dallas and the Jones. Be more. Oh man, B more is my spot. Cause I was in the BWI fam at that little what was that like? I feel like something about a little dispensary. Man, B more is a spot, man. I'm coming back down there for sure. But we got TMZ old rockhead ass. See, there I go. TMZ old rockhead ass talking crap about Nolan Wells, talking about he drowned. And of course I have my sentiment about it, but I like my man's passion. Shout out to Trent Out Loud.
TMZ caught lying and manipulating once again for the white man. What kind of headline is this, Harvey? Nolan Wells not first person to drown off Horn Island.
That's wrong. So let me get this straight though. So let's just take a account of these events. Whoever, all these people got something to say. Not Nebraska, not Omaha. I've been on Ames before. You know what I'm talking about? Naptown in the joint. Oh, New Orleans. Wow, I'm getting all the Hurricane Katrina documentaries popping up on my timeline right now, fam. I'm getting all the Hurricane Katrina documentaries. My brother down there too right now. He down there. Queen Rock, I see you. But this right here is wrong. This is real wrong, fam. You telling me that not only is it the sheriff, the medical examiner, the friends, the Coast Guard, now the governor, now TMZ, everybody got to conspire against this dude on his death? Like this, it's getting kind of weird now. Like I'm taking account of what's going on. Oh, okay. Okay, it's that season. Okay, all right. Uh-oh, LaShawn. Hey, see, y'all be tapping in. What's up, LaShawn? Did you say where you was from, LaShawn? He said that boy drowned. Oh, here we go. Big Tex back in the house. Y'all excuse Big Tex. He's a little retarded. And man, if y'all want to see pure gold, I did a 7-hour stream last night. And I swear about an hour or two of it was getting on they throat box. I'm talking about I had these boys in here leaking. Straight leaking. Man. You said block you again? I ain't block you because you wasn't spamming the comments. You was just saying gibberish, and we kind of need you around to make all my points. Who was that? Kentucky? Louisville? Is you in Louisville? Boy, you got spanked last night, boy. Anybody in here can vouch for that. You and your boy. Your boy, I know your boy ain't gonna come back. I don't even remember his name. But boy, I tore off up in his whole shenanigans. Gave him the Fantastic Four. What are you talking about? But anyway.
There's an ongoing investigation. We don't know if he drowned or not. TMZ, please show me the facts that you know that he drowned.
That's all I'm saying. Do y'all find it suspicious that they got to conspire against the little black boy dying? Damn. That's crazy. I'm just saying that's diabolical. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button, Big Tex. Share it with go. Why don't you share it with some like-minded individuals like you? So that why don't you share it on Reddit, Big Tex? Is you in the Reddit crew? Is you in the Reddit? Why don't you go throw this post on Reddit so we can just have an all-out battle? Oh, y'all missed it last night. We had two snow bunnies going at it. And that's self-proclaimed. That's not me calling the white girl Snow Bunny, because shout out to the other girl, Sugar. She was cool. But we had Battle of the Snow Bunnies last night. That was a Keep It P podcast first. Y'all missed that. Y'all got to tap into these lives because these lives be going down. It be going down over here. Y'all got to tap in. Tex, ain't nobody even starting with you, bro. Money Mike, man, I'm telling you, fam. I zoned out. I was watching a little bit of that today. I was studying. I ain't gonna lie. I was studying the game tapes, fam. I was like, whoa, ho, ho. Do I like more than black women? No. I like sisters. No, I don't play in the snow, bro. Nothing to the white girls. There ain't nothing wrong with you now. That's how them brothers get down. But I don't do it. We is friends. Yeah, I need a little retarded white friend. You waved your white flag last night after I cooked you. I already knew we was friends. You ain't have to tell me that. I cooked your ass last night. That's what happened. Look, you came back for some more, hoping that I get you again, but I'm not.
Does TMZ have the autopsy? Because from what I know, it hasn't been released yet.
And I thought that was a good question because we knew who Harvey is, right? Ain't Harvey one of them jewelry people? It ain't like he ain't got might allegedly got the inside connecty wecty whoop 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 scoopty doopty on the forecast projection side of the game. I'm not attracted to translucent people. I call them snow roaches. When they get on my nerve, when they come in here with the racism, oh, they're snow roaches. Mayo Mafia. I got a plethora of little words for them. I be getting them mad too. They be chimping out. They be doing all that. But I thought that was a good question because TMZ, is they forecasting?
And if TMZ's corruption was not enough to upset you, the governor of Mississippi, Tate Reeves, came out and let you know that Nolan Wells and his family have no chance in hell of finding justice in Mississippi.
I don't know all of the facts surrounding the case. I have yet to see a fact or a piece of evidence that suggests any foul play.
At least
I don't know all the facts of the case, but I know I ain't seen nothing that suggests foul play. What? Huh? And in that same interview, Cuz didn't even say condolences to the family. You know what I'm saying? I hope, you know what I'm saying, it's a tragedy, you know, something happened to him, blah, blah, blah. He ain't say none of that. He said Nolan was hurled over and coughed up blood. They laced him and he overdosed. They tried to make it look like he drowned. I bet the proof is in that phone. That's what's up. Yeah. I've been saying that from the very start, though. That phone holds everything to do with it. For sure.
There are still some good people in the world.
And look, to the fact or to the tune of this. Let me elaborate. The phone matters for a couple reasons, right? they did what they did, that's out of passion. You're not necessarily thinking right. But after you do what you did, the phone, we got to take care of the phone. What do we do about the phone? I think they panicked and they didn't want to make it they didn't want to make it look too obvious, right? So you keep the phone. They probably didn't, man. What about, now this is just on something else, but what about, just say hopes, perhaps they forgot the phone was on the boat and didn't find it till later after, you know what I'm saying, they was trying to clean the boat off and all. Like, damn, we got the phone. We might as well just keep it. We'll just keep it. We'll just keep it. And it was, because this is what I'm saying. If some stuff was missing, how did they get in the phone? You had to have the biometrics, either the face or the fingerprint. And you would definitely have a fingerprint before you put the phone or him in the water. You would have the fingerprint, because I'm like, and maybe I'm just basing that off my own personal experience, because on my phone it's 3. It's the face, it's the fingerprint, and it's the little square thing. But that could have easily been done too, like earlier. Oh, like, dude, let me take a picture from your phone, bro. What's your pattern? Dude, let me, you know what I'm saying? Or what's your code, bro? I need to, that's easy. He say, the key is the girl. The phone isn't as important because everybody leaves their phone on the boat. But the girl said the thing and the friend said another thing. So they are lying. You are correct, Vince. And that's the whole point for all of this outrage. They leave it open to interpretation and for us to jump to conclusions because they haven't acted like what normal people would do in a similar situation with somebody that they call their friend. We still stuck on, you thought about leaving your friend on the island with a girl that ain't his chick. Y'all never knew him. Then we talk about, okay, if they got boats and they driving, they knew about maritime law. He know he the captain of the boat. Hey, yo, no, hey man, go get old girl, give her a kiss, give her a hug, tell her come to the party later. But we gotta ride out. We losing water. We gotta go. No, come on, no. Anybody seen no? Don't give me he walked off to go take a personal swim. Because if he did, everybody would have saw him. We're not talking about a regular nerdy kid that everybody stuffs in the locker. We're talking about Nolan Wells, the football star, tall with the nice hair and the big shoulders. I'm pretty sure everywhere he walked, somebody had their eyes on him. So in my opinion, no, he did not get left back on that boat because we wasn't supposed to see that picture. That picture of them at the party in the pool with your boy in the back and then your other boy over there with the USA on his chest. You understand? The USA on his chest. It was a carousel uploaded on the 5th that dictated the whole day and all of that. We weren't supposed to see that. Because that's why they initially came out with the statement that they left him, which we thought was crazy. And that statement came out after the body was found. They didn't make that statement. Oh, girl didn't. Hold on. Let me show y'all who I'm talking about. Ashley she didn't make that statement on the 5th. She made it on the 6th. She made that statement on the 6th. And she said that she said her son's time with Nolan Well claims that he chose to stay behind after the boat had mechanical issues, called for focus to shift away from her family. They threw that out. Then to corroborate the story, they had to come up with some fake GPS, which all of that can be altered. All of that can be altered. AI and everything right now, all that can be altered. I know somebody right now that made some bank statements off of Chat GPT and got the loan. I'm not lying to you. So you can't tell me about paperwork. So, okay, he was at the party. The thing happened. They don't have to, if they got direct beach access, they don't got to check in with nobody to move around. Because why? If they had boats and they was their homeboy, why didn't they go get up with the father like, hey, it's daytime. Let's go search for Nolan. Hey, it's daytime. Hey, Mr. Wells, it's daytime. Let's go search for Nolan. We got the pump fixed. Why the coach had to come do that? Then they go search the whole island. The island ain't but yay big. The island ain't but a hop, skip, and a jump. And you better believe if they went to that island, they scoured the whole thing. There was not even a damn seashell unturned. Then, if I recall correctly, they say they was there. Then they said the Coast Guard came. They didn't see nothing. You did? Then it popped up on the island on the 6th in the morning, which doesn't give a body. What we know about drowning is that your lungs are your airbags. If you drown, you take on water that depletes your airbags. You sink. The only thing that brings you up is your gases from decomposition. Well, it wasn't that long to do all that. You can't tell. The waters wasn't that warm, and Breeze, what up? It wasn't that long. And then if he did drown and sink to the bottom, ain't no current, ain't no tide. How he gonna float back up to the same spot? Come on, it don't work that way. When somebody drown, why they always got to put in the search and rescue and do all the extra stuff to go find the body, and it's usually all the way over here or all the way over there. Woo, woo, woo. It's never like that. It's never like that. Well, if the tide worked like that, little retard, why he didn't wash up on the beach? It wasn't nothing but 10 miles away from the beach, and all of that time, you telling me it couldn't tide its way right onto the beach? It didn't tide to the beach. He didn't wash up on shore. So this is what I'm saying, okay? And then the statement came out. Then she said what she said. Oh, we did this, woo, woo, school, woo, woo. Think about how many days it was until we just got that little GPS. That was only like 2-3 days ago. There was 11-day span between there. How much stuff do you think you can come up with in 11 days? And you got the bread and the resources too, and all the connections. All of these dweebs, you telling me that there ain't no computer dweebs around there? I'm sure it's full of them. Yeah, there's currents. He should have been pulled out to sea and all of that. At that point, the fish should have got him and whatever else was murking in the water. No, but then they say he went with this broad. He went with this broad. Oh, this broad. Oh, Katie McDady face. That's who he went with? While we getting on TMZ's face, he went with this broad. But let my mans cook out though.
Carlos Moore from Mississippi says that he sees enough evidence for those 3 white boys to be arrested.
I do know you don't have to be indicted for anything to be arrested. All of this evidence is out there now. It should have been presented to a judge by now. Some of it for probable cause to make some arrests. Some of it to get the search warrants. Certain folks need to be arrested now. Evidently, there's enough evidence now for the DA to announce that she's going to present things to the grand jury. There's nothing to present to a grand jury if there's an accidental drowning.
All of y'all blowing all of that smoke. We ain't even talking about you, Tex. You don't even matter. But that's what I'm saying. If they're taking it to a grand jury, my thing is, how's you taking it to a grand jury and you ain't even got no suspects? Or do they got suspects? And then if they got suspects do what? You see? It's the question game.
An accidental drowning under no suspicious circumstances would not require a presentation to a grand jury, and the DA could make that call herself. Evidently, there's something not clean in the milk, and they know it. But yet and still, because of privilege or whatever, there has been no arrest.
And all
come on now. Come on now. Can we just call a spade though? The riptide got him. People die every day on the coast around the world. Strong swimmers can drown in a riptide. But this is what I'm saying, my mans. This is what I'm saying. No, why are you? There's no reason to go swimming. Was he going swimming by himself? Why did nobody else around the boats get sucked out by the riptide? Man, ain't nobody going out to that little island out there in the middle of the joint in the Gulf to swim. What are you talking about? Do. Let me go over here and just practice my backstroke. I've been dying to practice my backstroke now. What are you talking about? Man, ain't nobody drinking and all of that, cuz. Swim with the girl. Girl, you better keep your ass by the shore. You going out there on your own. And I can swim very well. But come on. I'm not what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Too Money Mike. You beat me to it. I was just about to bring that point up. And then there was 2 million people on the island. Dude, I'm from the land of 10,000 lakes, and I've swam in all of them. Have you ever been in the Lake Minnetonka, fool? I have. What are you talking about? All up at Lake Minnetonka, fool. 10,000 lakes around that joint. And I done been in mostly all of them. Oh, that's what's up, Breeze. Breeze was on the college swim team. What are you talking about? He said, why did they erase the context off of their phone? Why did they listen? Before we even get to that, and thanks for tapping in, Havoc. But listen, before you get to any of that, all the technicalities, the this, that, and the third, why you leave your homeboy on the island? Because that's how it was presented to us. These are Nolan's friends. He grew up with his friends. Nobody was doing his friends. His friends. The friends. His friends. Okay. Well, friends don't lawyer up. Friends get on Facebook and express grief for their homeboy. Friends bring the phone over to the parents' house. Friends bring the keys over to the truck. Or no, because that was his car keys. Friends, when his dad come to the door, when he knock on the door for the keys, friends hug the dad. Try to figure out how they can help the dad. Friends would have been on the phone trying to get a connect to a boat to go send over to their homeboy house so them and their dad and their mom and everybody else could go out and look for Nolan. That did not happen. And it don't make it no better. And it don't make it no better that they put out these GPSs. Wasn't y'all taking on water? But y'all hop, skipping, and jumping. Y'all scoot the dude. The boat didn't, from what the records say, they stopped moving around in the boat to like 7 something. So y'all was doing all of that, moving around in the boat, apparently got it fixed or whatever, but y'all ain't think about going to slide back to the island and give your homeboy his phone back? You telling me by all that time, okay, y'all was panicked, y'all had to go real quick, we taking on water, we got the tow, man, we got the pump fixed. Obviously, you got the pump fixed. Something happened to the pump. Y'all still moving around. Y'all still moving around. So, the boat's all good. Either y'all know y'all got the phone. When they find out they had the phone. Okay. They left Nolan on the island. He was getting over Katie. He left the phone on the boat. And then y'all get home and call the Coast Guard? You get right to the crib. You get right to the crib and call the Coast Guard? Because they said the Coast Guard said they lied. We did get a call at about 11. But the Coast Guard didn't go pop up on the scene? But y'all called the Coast. Did you have the phone then? Because either you had the phone or you didn't have the phone. Either way, you had the phone. Okay, let's say he left the boat on the phone. That's a normal thing to do. They jumped off the whoop, spammed the damn. Now, you holding the phone. Instead of seeing what's up with your homeboy, you call the Coast Guard? What was the Coast Guard? Yeah, Auntie Esther, that's deep. This is regular shit though. We ain't even gotten to all the we just talking about what they told us. That don't make a lick of no damn sense. Okay. We go to the island. This is my homeboy. We just gonna say they was friends to the end. This is my homeboy. Go to the island. Hey, fam, I found this new chick, man. Trust me. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all benefit of the doubt. Trust me, fam. I'm good. She got a boat. Oh, I caught me one. Oh yeah, her family got it like that. She got a boat. I'm gonna ride back with them. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm all right. That conversation never happened because they was taking on water. So either y'all left abruptly because y'all was taking on water, or y'all had a conversation with Nolan that said he was staying. And if that was around 3:00 when y'all said, and y'all got towed away at 4:30, what happened between then? What happened between the last time y'all claimed y'all seen Nolan, which was around 3:00, and 4:30 when y'all supposedly taking on water? And if y'all start taking on water and leaving the boat at 4:30, y'all, the tow records say 3 miles. Y'all only got towed 3 miles. We know it's like 10 miles to the joint. Now we can agree on that, Tex. You wouldn't let your brother stay. I know. That's all we saying, Tex. I'm not letting my brother stay. I don't care if you, but this is, I'm gonna give y'all the benefit of the doubt, that doubt too. Okay. So they leave Nolan. His phone's on the boat. They know he was with a chick, right? They go through their little chaos. Maybe they forget. They get home. Everything's all right. Whoop-de-woo. Dang, I wonder what happened with Nolan and that chick. Instead of getting on Facebook and trying to figure it out so you can find your homeboy and see where it's to give him his phone, y'all call the Coast Guard? But you got the phone. You said you talked to him. He said he was staying with a chick. You automatically went to, there's some foul play? We need to call the Coast Guard? That don't seem suspicious? So, because I think they might be throwing us off with this GPS and all of that. So, what happened was, but then now we got, hold up, but I can't forget. Dang, I can't forget. What did enter the chat is that video of him on that other boat. And let's say he did get up with old girl. It's not impossible for her dad, the ex-police chief, to have a problem with that. Now, if you're a police chief, you in proximity with the police, which is in proximity with the mayor, which is in proximity with the governor. There's a system there, a good old boy system there, a untouchable class. We can do what we want to do, and we all tight. You know how it goes down in Mississippi, boy. You know. Ain't that where life happened, y'all? Come on now. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence told us how this go. They already told us how this go. That's what I'm saying, Money Mike. Why didn't they just take the phone and the keys to the pen? Why the first thing, my homeboy, the first thing would have been, Mike. The first thing would have been, Miss Wells, Mr. Wells. Because of course you got their number. Of course you got the house phone or the cell phone number or whatever. Mr. And if you ain't got the number, why you ain't slide? That's what I'm talking about, Mike. So either or, the call or the slide. Thanks for that, little sick. Who was that? Little sexy. No, 7. I'm sorry. 7 Lure. 7 Lorraine. I got you, baby. 7 Lorraine. Anyway, why not get the keys? This your homeboy. Y'all left him at y'all left him. Y'all left him on the boat on the island. He left his phone on the boat. Y'all told him as the captain, man, come on, man, we finna go. They ain't tell him that because it was a whole hour or so before they left, and they were supposed to take it on water, blah, 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 right? Anyway, you're back home. Long day. It was a long day, man. We almost died. Took on water, almost sank. Damn, we still got Nolan's phone. I wonder what happened with him and old girl. Well, damn, the boat fixed. Let's go back in. Nah? Thanks, a lady. So no. So the boat fixed or whatever. If they in a circle like that with boats, more than one of them got boats. You're not telling me that you're not going to the ends of the earth to do whatever you can do to make sure that your homeboy is all right. Unless that's something y'all really don't understand. Somebody explain it to me. So they get home. I got the phone. We trying to just make sense out of this now. If it's the way that they say it. They take on water. They get home. They got the phone. Damn, what's up with Nolan with old girl? Shit, I don't know. Let's jump on social media. Let's hit some people. Get in some inboxes. See what's up in the school groups. You know what I'm saying? See who posted some pictures. Get in some chats. I mean, we talking about a tight-knit, well-to-do community, right? It shouldn't be, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It shouldn't be, right? But instead of jumping on social media to find your homeboy, instead of giving the phone back, instead of calling the dad, they did call her though, and they call her and talking about Nolan missing. That's what they did, because if y'all remember in the interview, they called Nolan talking about how he missing all of a sudden. Yeah, why didn't they just throw the phone in the ocean if they did something to Nolan? No one would find it at all in the salt water. Instead, bring it back in the hand. Right. So okay. Very good point. Very good point, right? So we're going to go with that. But it's already been established that the phone was left on the boat. If they didn't do nothing, right? Why throw the phone over? Why throw the phone in the water? Right? They got the phone. Okay, they could legitimately have the phone. They could legitimately have the phone, right? Okay. When you got somebody's phone, the first thing you do is go to the Coast Guard? He missing? You said, to me, that don't make sense. If you're going to unalive someone, why on earth would you hold on to the evidence and not throw it in the water? Okay, listen to this. This is what I'm saying. Because that picture that they didn't want us to see, that's a key part. He was at that damn party. They got up with him and gave him the phone because his mama said they seen the Life 360 ping on the joint and ping back on land. So either way, if he made it off the island, he had his phone. If they left him off the island, if they left him on the island, they had his phone. Now here goes the other possibility, because now there's another branch. We can't get over this other branch. We all knew Katie. We all suspected Katie from the beginning. And that does fit the narrative on how the plot seemingly goes down all the time in Mississippi. There's always a bait and a lure. Not even saying that hey, listen. Not even saying that they didn't have nothing to do with it. Because think about this though too. If them is your homeboys, your white homeboys, that's really your white homeboys, the last thing they would want to do is leave you on an island with a bunch of crackers. They know they people. No, leave him on the island with a bunch of Mississippi elitist crackers? Nah, man. Ain't nothing added. It is really no way you can slice it that it adds up just even a little bit. There's not even we ain't got to the boat. So then they got home. They all at the party. They all, because we did hear this too. We did hear that they was up the next day eating breakfast, strategizing all together. We heard that. We heard they was up cleaning the boat that night. Why was you cleaning the boat? Because y'all was doing the switcheroo? Because if we gonna take it to he was at the party, he got beat up, whoop-de-woo, we already know it ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump right back out to the spot. What y'all cleaning the boat for? The boat was good, obviously. Y'all was moving around after y'all did whatever, whoop-de-woo. The boat was good. And if it wasn't that, we know it's other boats involved. Everybody had a boat. You said it was somebody on the island, not the friends, though? Well, then you know what? Okay, let's go with that. Let's go with the fact that Nolan's friends is scumbags and they left him on this island with a bunch of random white people. None of them he knew. See, I can't get past that. He ain't never been to Horn Island. He ain't know that girl. This your homeboy. You gonna leave your homeboy on an island with a girl he don't know? Man, it ain't nothing one of the guys can say, man. Like, and I tried to step into Nolan's shoes and be like, no, man, she got some bread, fam. I'ma ride with them. They got a boat. Now that could be true. And then when they got on the boat, because they did say there was another argument with somebody talking about the phone and the dad talking about the argument on the boat. And he was like, you ain't bringing this jigaboo on this boat. Dad, you don't understand. It's Nolan. And what is true is that if they beat or did something to that boy on that island, wasn't nobody gonna say nothing about it. Because his friends left. How about that? So it's still a dead end, and it's still chalk it up for that group mentality. They did something to the boy, because either if that's the case, if that's what y'all saying, he said, "Why is the dad so quiet?" He said, "Why is the dad so quiet?" He is college educated and was the RB. Her dad was the ex-chief firefighter, the chief fireman in the joint. Hit the like button; it's free. Y'all heard what the man Mike said. Listen to him now. What you say here? It said it was the person who said that they saw them cleaning the boat said it was in Ocean Springs, but we know that GPS shows that the boat was in Biloxi. You talking about like when they finally got it on land and transported it over land to the spot to Biloxi? Yeah, that is true. I mean, but we ain't got the GPS of other boats that could have definitely been involved too. And I'm feeling like there was a drop off on the island. So to fast forward, because there's a lot of details in the middle that don't make sense. But what I'm saying is he got dropped off on that island. Let's go there. He got dropped off on the island because we do know what is true is that night they said it was 2 boats docked and a tent on the island camping out. And I know he wasn't. Now, was that Katie and them boat that decided to stay there late night so they can get it in? But they would have just left him there and threw him over. See, they would have just why carry him back and hold the body and bring it back, or unless they was planning on doing something else with it. And then I also heard that that bayou area is known for alligators, like as if they were trying to feed the body to the alligators or something. But this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that he did not drown because if he would have drowned, this would have been the easiest scapegoat, open and shut case there ever could have been, because no matter if they pushed him off the boat or held his head under the water, he drowned. They don't suspect no foul play. Wipe your hands. It's all done. It would have been over. But that didn't happen. And because they have not came out with the drown and expect, okay, and listen, this is another thing. If he would have drowned and he would have had any type of liquor or whatever in his system, which they didn't have to wait for no tox to come back to see that. They could have simply just checked his bladder, his urine. They could have immediately checked his urine. And if he was intoxicated and drowned, oh, it would. I told y'all, the Negroes don't know how to swim. He drowned. Case closed. Nothing to see here. It would have been over just like that. They did. Drugs would have just been the icing on the cake. So that's what made me think that the body was then placed on the island, because they would have known that he drowned, because he would have floated to the bottom of the ocean. He would have been all bloated and everything, because that's the only way he would have popped it back up on the surface. It's from the internal gases. That's what's up, Big Tex. He said like 7 was what the caller stated when they asked how. Yeah, and he said everybody was in good health. But I think that was doctored and manufactured too. You can doctor a phone call, especially if your mom's a judge. She's in contact with them boys all the time. And let me tell you something. In them type of towns, they rubbing each other's back, because it's a whole bunch of degeneracy going on with them type of peoples, and they all need a favor. So for any of this paperwork, these calls, let's not forget, they had a week and a half to figure out the call, the GPS, to coordinate with the Coast Guard, because they got the Coast Guard thing done right away. You can tell the call for that came through right away. The call, because at first they didn't mention the Coast Guard, but then there was the Coast Guard came back. Oh, we made a mistake. We did get a call at 11 o'clock. Well, nigga, y'all got a call at 11 o'clock and y'all didn't go check up on it? And what was the homeboys doing calling at 11 o'clock when your homeboy was supposed to be safe and sound with the broad? Y'all didn't jump on Facebook to see what's up with your homie, on Snapchat to see what your homie, on What, IG to see what's up with your homie? Yo, where's Nolan? We got his phone. We gonna ride down on you. I know they got cars. Where's Nolan? Where he at? Where y'all at? What party y'all at? What y'all doing? Whoa. I'm gonna ride down on y'all. We got Nolan's phone. I'm just saying. So I'm saying because the body wasn't all degraded and all of that with rigor mortis and all of that and waterlogged and all of that he was placed there. Because remember they had the big old search with all the drones, and we talk about the Coast Guard. So if he would have died in rigor mortis and be floating and all of that, they would have saw his ass floating out there. But they didn't. Did he drown in the lake or in the pool or in the lake? Listen, they say. Listen, matter of fact, even let's pull up that picture real quick, because that pool picture is sus as hell. It looked like they was getting ready to get on him right then and there with cuz hanging all off his shoulder. I know Nolan was like, "Damn, cuz, can you get off my shoulder?" Hold on, let me see. Yeah, this picture right here. If y'all on the vertical feed, hold on. If y'all on the vertical feed, y'all might not be able to see it. Y'all got to go over to the horizontal, but yes, you can. It's right there where you circle. You see how they hovering around him and got his arm all on him right there? And you want the reason why I say this picture is valid, because this dude right here, he got USA shaved into his taco meat. And he look a little too old to be there. And he look a little History X for me. It's the History X for me. It's the fact that Nolan's there all by himself, and if something was to go down, ain't none of them saying nothing. Look at them. Ain't none of them. If they did what, they wouldn't do nothing if something happened to cuz. They would all act like they was none the wiser. Anheuser-Busch. Look at them. Look at that group. And then, okay. So then with that, all of that being said, when they went to go get the keys, she said it took them about 15 minutes. Oh no, when they went to go get the phone, they said it took about 15 minutes to get the phone. And she made a joke like, "Dang, what y'all have to do to go sail to Horn Island and back?" Remember that, right? If that was their homeboy, soon as the knock on the door, "Oh man, we don't know what happened to Nolan. What happened? Give me a hug. We've been on Facebook. We've been in chats. We've been in groups. We've been on Snapchat. We was in groups trying to figure out, what's going on with Nolan, Miss Wells, and da 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 da. We was just, man, this is messed up. This is bad. We told him not to stay with the girl. We didn't know. We was taking on water. We didn't know. We thought he would be good. He said he wanted to be with the girl." The conversation would have went way different going to get this phone if they was his true friends. Listen, y'all. I'm beginning to think like they might be going with the friend narrative like that just for the news and for the case. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Ben Crump got a way of trying to take race out of everything, you know what I'm saying, to focus on the issue, right? And I get that tactic. I don't like it, but I get it. Going to get that phone, man, should have been a different experience, man. QG, what up? QG 125, where you tapping in from? Price G, don't get flamed, fam. I'm a petty ass host, cuz I will get you. Don't do it. Save yourself. Anyway, going to get that phone should have been a damn near a candlelight vigil. Real talk. Mike say hit that like button, man. That's what Mike said. Hey, going to go get that phone should have been a MIDI candlelight visual. The mom should have came out. The friends should have came out. They should have all hugged. They should have invited them in for some water pie and potato salad with raisins in it and a pumpkin spice latte. And they should have been they should have been asking the mom, you know, what can we do? Where can we go? Do y'all know? Do y'all know the girl? What school did she go to? Well, yeah, we was on their school's chat and their school's group, and we talked to a few people in the comments, you know, and asked about Nolan. What's up, Queen? Asked about Nolan, and no, we couldn't find anything, ma'am. No, instead, these niggas call the Coast Guard and shut all of their social media down. The first day. Then on the flip side, from the mom, right? Devin, you know about that water pie, don't you? Thanks, Queen. Listen, your boy go to get the key. The father go to get the keys. He said, and I quote, that he had to be manipulative and tactful because it was about to be some shit up in there the way they was acting. What? This y'all disrespecting y'all friend's father? It should have been, man, hugs. Mr. Nolan, man, they should have been apologizing. They should have been offering. But then again, wait a minute, y'all. This is what I'm thinking. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'm doing that. Oh no, well, yeah, okay, yeah, that's after they found him as dead. No, well, no. We speaking about before they even found the body. Wait a minute, y'all. Let's keep a perspective on this. Because even when I'm talking, I'm more damned. I'm like, this is before the body is even found. Nolan ain't even showed up on the damn beach yet. We talking about the 5th, y'all. This happened on the 4th of July. So we talking about the events that happened on the 5th before Nolan was even found. Yeah, it should have been full cooperation. Look, we ain't even talking about the photo, fam. See, you way off. See, you got to listen, boy. You got to listen. Listen to me. Let's bring it back now. We left our homeboy on the island that was supposed to be getting up with a chick. We didn't approve, but in the midst, he told us he was going to go get us with this girl. We kicking it. We noticed we taking on water. We got to go. Did we try to get up with Nolan? Did we ask where Nolan was? Okay, in the benefit of the doubt, y'all was panicking. You went down, you seen, come on, we got to get up out of here. Nolan's phone's on the boat, right, y'all? So they get the little tow, they go take care of whatever the problem is or whatever. You know, whatever, yada yada yada. Time passed. They at home. They got Nolan's phone. The phone wasn't left on the boat. We know that because they went to go pick it up from them. And if y'all remember, they said they went to a place where was a lot of people at. So they was like basically at a kickback or a party. Right? I've been rolling with this whole thing. When they went to go get a phone, the mom's friend on the interview said she said she tracked it by the Snapchat or no, the Life 360. And on the Snapchat, she said she could see it was where a lot of people was. So I guess all their locations was in a central spot. So basically they was at a kickback or a party. So you saying before the mom even had a chance to come over there and see what's up with the phone, y'all didn't call the Coast Guard? Why? He ain't found dead yet. Y'all call the Coast Guard? Why y'all call the Coast Guard? If y'all called the Coast Guard, because they didn't say that they called the Coast Guard initially. Remember? But we just giving it to them. You know how they little damage control, what they try to come out and say afterwards. Okay. So y'all called the Coast Guard that night, but y'all still got the phone. Y'all ain't on social media and no groups and no comments trying to see what's up with y'all boy in this amazing night he had with this girl that he wanted to go meet up on the beach. So it's not until the next day the parents come get the phone and the keys to the car and all of that. And then when they do come get it, it ain't nothing but static. He said, I got a question. I have a question. Who is the girl and where did she come from? And why would she need to be alone on a secluded island to talk to Nolan? A very good question, my friend. This is Katie McCormick right there, the last devil scene with Nolan Wells. That's Katie, right? And fam, that's the mystery part about it. That's the part that plays into the normal narrative that, you know, it's always surrounded around the Baxter, and the Baxter is the bait on some get out type shit. Oh, hold on, I got the thing in front of it. My bad. There you go. It's the Baxter. It's always, and that's the mystery part, because we just played the fact that they so-called got a picture of Nolan on a boat. You know what I mean? That was a so-called thing too. Which I think this boat and all of this is a smoke screen. Excuse me. It's a smoke screen if we are to believe the picture is real. Because he did say on the Taking on Water joint that they made it home. I mean that everybody was on board and everybody was okay. Let's not skip over that. They did say when they made the fake call in or whatever that everybody was on board and everybody was okay. So whether they faked that or not, that doesn't help the story. Yeah, that's a good question. Is she at the pool party? That's a very good question. right? Because that would be definitely, I can't really tell. They all sort of look alike. But hold on, if I had to say, let me see. Hold on, let me get her regular face in my eyes real quick. So she's got somewhat of a longer nose with a longer nose bridge with barely a top lip. So let's see. Let's look over to this one. Um Not none of the broads that's in the front of the screen looks like it's Katie. Unless it's this one in the front with the yellow bra on. But there's some other broads back here in the back too, and Nolan's looking to the right. In this picture, he looking to the right at some other broads. You know. You know. So, you never can Tizel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, that's Nolan. That's somebody with his arm around Nolan, all hugged up on him. And it looked like it was about to go down right there, like the jukes, like the juxes was about to go down right there. He looking back like Tupac in the BMW right now. That's the Tupac in the BMW look back. Right right before disaster strikes type. So whatever happened at the spot that night. We do know other boats was involved. I don't know about y'all, but the one that strikes me as El Creepo is this dude with the USA uh in his taco meat. This dude right here, he looks like alt right Anderson. He looks like American X Files. Yeah, I know it's a lot of it's a lot of hugs going on, right? Right? Oh yeah, the dude that he hugging right here, he looks terrified. This dude looks like he is scared out of his whole mind. And this dude looked like, which one of the young chicks do I have tonight? I heard there was a party going on. And the Ant-Man is on the prowl. That's what he looked like. This dude looked right here like he is scared to death. He has he looks like, man. Yeah, you say he looked 45? Shit, he looked 57. He looked like he don't look like he's supposed to be there with them cheering. That's for sure. He looked like he looked like he ain't even supposed to be around nobody under 17. Really? I'm talking real close, fam. You see how dude, if you look at poor Nolan back there, man, it looked like they finna close in on him right now. Where they got him circled right here, it looked like they finna get to him right now. He looking back at the picture like, man, this might be my last one type shit. Straight up. Yeah, that old man, he way out of bounds. He's totally out of pocket right now. And he got America. That boy got America carved in the chest. Yep, just like the twins bully Carmelo. We dealing with the same things. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why it ain't too far fetched for us to think that no matter who it was, man, I'm gonna say this: whether it was friends, where it was Katie's dad or her cousin that's on the run. The point is, no matter where it went down at, whether it was here, whether it was on the island, there was a whole bunch of YT people that saw what happened and ain't gonna say nothing. That's what the truth is. Now you can talk and do all the stumble, fumble, bumble you want, but that's a fact. And what I'm saying is, Cuz didn't drown, because if he was drowned, we would have known that 2 weeks ago. Two whole weeks ago. That's why it's pretty hard for us to work through this scenario. Look, okay, they left Nolan. They don't know nothing about Nolan. They left him, right? We can't even talk about Katie. We just talk about the actions of these so-called friends. They left Nolan. They got the phone. They know they got the phone. Why y'all close your social medias down? You didn't want to look, Jay. That's what's up, man. All the way from Tel Aviv. That's what's up. I told y'all we a global show. They tapping in Tel Aviv. You understand? What time is it over there, family? You fam now that you tapped in Tel Aviv. What time is it over there, Jacob? Or is it day? It must be daytime over there. You watching me early in the morning? Said, me and all my friends in Israel support you and your people against those atrocious crimes. So sad. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's good to hear. That's what's up from across the pond. Gnarly chef, you must not know what kind of place this is, boy. You better stay in your lane. You already co-opting our phrase. You ain't even come in the box original. Eight. You literally in the future, boy. It's only 10:30 right now on the West Coast. You in the future. Boy, we talking to my man's in the future right now. He all the way in tomorrow. My boy all the way in Monday right now. Well, shout out to you, man. That's what's up. KIPP salute. That's what's up. What up, Seth? Listen, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Okay. We not dealing with anything else, just what was said out of their mouths. Okay. They left Nolan. They had his phone on accident. On accident. They didn't mean to. Right? That night, y'all didn't try to see what's up with your guy. Y'all wasn't on social media. But you called your mom and said that ain't nobody seen Nolan. He said he said he wanted to stay back on the island with a girl named Katie. But then when we get up with Katie, now this the other part though. We can't say that part without the other part. Are you telling me Katie saying he said he was going back to the to get on the boat with his boys? Okay, so now that's conflicting. Now we got a problem. Who lying? Who's lying? All right, let's say Nolan's friends that love him so dearly, let's say they don't know. Okay? Let's say it's Katie and her dad, allegedly, or whatever, right? There was a lot of people on that island, fam. There was a lot of people on that island, fam. You telling me out of all them people, didn't nobody see the commotion or what happened to the star football player, handsome, tall guy too. Nolan was tall. Nolan was the football player. I'm sure everybody knew who he was. I'm sure that there wasn't anybody there that did not know who Nolan was. We know the fact that YT people be all up in the beeswax. You can't even chill in your pool apartment complex without them asking you, do you live here? But now all of a sudden, you're going to say Nolan was left back on the island. Something happened, like he walked off and started to go swim and got hit by the riptide. The riptide got him now. The riptide. He was drunk. He was high. He went out swimming in this the riptide. So nobody on the whole island said they seen Nolan go into the water. Nobody tried to save him. I'm just saying, like, just kind of make it make sense. Okay, so he rode back with Katie, right? And his dad just fattened him up to get him, right? And say his dad held the joint and dropped him back off. Okay, it's allegedly. Okay, Katie and them did it. Okay, that still don't excuse Nolan's friends from lawyering up, from not diligently being on the search to see what happened to him, for not being pricks and assholes when the parents came through. What about all that? Then we ain't even got to the autopsy and all of that. We ain't even got to the sheriff coming out talking about it wasn't no foul play before he was even zipped up into plastic good enough. That's what I'm saying. Like it's too many, it's too many can't be coincidental twists and turns. Like, and then it's all type of stuff that the quote unquote friends in which they were presented to us. I'll use that term very loosely, because as we find out, none of the actions that you guys exhibited has been friendly. So just based off that, that's why all black people got an issue. And see, that's where we get to the crux of the problem, y'all. That's why you get them over here in the chat talking that nonsense, this, that, and the other. Because now, since the regular dweebs, look, she a little dweeb too, but since the little regular dweebs is getting looked at like the little devils that they are, right? All the little dweebs, right? They feel some type of way about that, because that not only does it represent them, but it represents their brothers, their cousins, their uncles, their dads. And now, listen, not only black people, because we have always, but the big T he, the big T he heister is that not only black people, but everybody's looking at them sus now. And not the blaring little KKK, Nazi flag, them ones. Regular people. And see, therein lies the issue. Socially, I'd say, right? That's why you got your boy over here like, another YN bites the dust. That's why they over here right now. Because if they can't shame us out of talking about it, then they want to disrupt and time waste and interject and see, what kind of plans we coming up with and what kind of strategies we using to identify their deviltry. You know what I'm saying? But what y'all should be doing, y'all should be hollering at y'all folks. Y'all should be hollering at y'all folks. We wouldn't be looking at y'all any old certain type of way if your folks wasn't participating in these type of behaviors. And see, that's just it's YT people. Come here. Let me talk to you. Come here, man. Come here. That's just something y'all gonna have to deal with. That's just something y'all gonna have to deal with. It's y'all people that's making y'all look bad. Yeah, we judging. And look, we ain't even judging on skin color so much as we judging on culture. Ooh, ow, shit. Damn. We ain't even judging on skin color so much as we judging on culture. It's in your culture. It's in y'all culture is what I'm trying to is what I'm trying to relate to you. Y'all got a history. Thank you, Breeze. Y'all got a history. Can I hold my eyes open? Nigga, don't worry about my eyes, cuz. See, that's your problem. Get these schooling in these teachings. That's your problem. Nah, I'm squinting because I wear glasses. I'm squinting because I wear glasses. Okay? And I don't got my glasses on right now. So I might be squinting to see these little ass. It's really to see these little ass chat. The chat font is super little. But anyway, it's y'all culture, man. It's your culture, bro. And see, that's what you got a problem with. Y'all got a problem with the fact that people is looking at you a certain way because them is your folks. Look at these people. Look at Morgan. Morgan's a straight dweeb. You know, y'all got it's your whole family's full of Morgans. You got a whole bunch of Eli's in your family. I know you definitely got a few cousins like Wyatt. Hey, have y'all noticed something? Totally off the subject when I said that. You know what made me think about that? How come y'all don't never hear white people talking about their cousins and stuff? Is that just a black thing? Is it only black people that got cousins? I don't never hear white people talking about their cousins. Matter of fact, you don't even hear white people referencing to their cousins in pop culture, in movies and TV shows, or none of that. Have y'all ever noticed that? How they cousins and sisters and brothers. Ooh. That was a ooh. That was a gut punch right there. That oh, you had to drop a couple jewels on that one, Ma. I'm just asking. I just want to know. You don't really hear You don't really hear white people talk about their cousins at all. Like, yeah, I was hanging with my cousins last weekend, or I went hunting with my cousins. Yeah, I was playing GTA with my cousins. Yeah, man, I was boarding with my cousins, man. I don't never hear that. I hear about the aunts and uncles, Breeze. I mean, even from my own white homeboy Nick. Like he talked to. Well, hold on, let me take that back. Nope, no, I'm lying. That's his dad. He be talking about. He speaks very highly of his dad, and I know about his sister, but I ain't never heard cuz say nothing about a cousin. What's up, Cheyenne? Hey, man. A matter of fact, man, shout out to my members up in here on the lookout side of the gang, man. Matter of fact, you know what? Just real quick, just real quick on the appreciation side of the game. Hold on, real quick. We're real quick. Let me name some names real quick. Shout out 601 Rise. Shout out Yarrington. Shout out Wendell. Shout out Money Mike. Shout out Renee's Love. Hold on. We got a couple channels, so let me go to the other channel too, because I know it's some members over there. I don't know if they combine them. But on the other channel, shout out Mandy's Candy. Shout out hold on. No, not Mandy's Candy. I'm sorry. Take that back. I was just looking at recent subscribers, not members, but let me look members. Mike is holding it down on the Keep It P podcast for sure. Let me see what's going on the Raw. Is there some Raw members real quick? Because everybody gets the young shout out real quick. Hold on. Raw can't even get no members yet. Raw ain't got enough subscribers yet. Raw still baby boy in the game. So that's just Keep It P podcast and J Lava. Shout out to the members. Memberships has privileges. As soon as we get to the magic number 25, I have already decided what I'm going to do for private content, and I think I'm going to let y'all run it. It only makes sense. Like, why would I come up with stuff that y'all don't want to see? So once we get to the magic number, I'm a coordinate with all of y'all, and we're going to come up with a time during the week. I'm thinking maybe once or twice. We'll see how scheduling depend, because I'm also going to start ramping up lives too. I'm finna kick it into high gear, and I'm finna try to do 2 lives a day. So y'all might not get any more 5, 6, 7 hour lives. I'm gonna split the lives up into like 2 or 3 2-hour lives, because that's how I used to do it when I first started. I used to go live at 8:30, 12 o'clock, and 6:30 p.m. So I want to get back to that schedule, y'all. And it is because of y'all, people like my member support, which allows me to do that. And all y'all that's been sprinkling them jewels, I appreciate it. It helps me speak this black empowerment and stay on the light supremacist neck. Now back to the regular schedule program. We talking about these we talking about these thank you so much for the flowers. For the flowers. We talking about these dweebs and these geeks right here that was oh so jealous of Nolan, and we can tell that they was not his friend. So all these people on social media trying to gaslight you, trying to play in your face, you let them know. Now, we went over every scenario possible, because Keep It P podcast is a thought hound like that, and we done worked out every situation on the dice, and everyone roll out to they some busters, and I'm almost finna say like they wasn't really friends like that. And then, you know what that leaves open for interpretation, y'all? The sacrifice and all of that type of stuff. Because if they was friends, how do they turn so cold like that? unless it was all a plot and a plan from the beginning. It does. Even if the friends wasn't involved, it might have just been their job to get them out to the lake and let Katie and the dad and the cousin do the work. That's not impossible. We talking about a lynching here, y'all. Let's keep this in context. If we saying that this is a lynching, if we saying that this is the same culture, historically, these are the same people that strung people up, burned them, cut off little pieces of nigga knuckles, and put it in mason jars and took it to the crib. If these the same people in the state where the most lynchings happen, and like I tell y'all all the time, for y'all that's just tapping in, make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe. I know as soon as I start talking that real stuff, a couple people dropped off, and that's okay. But listen, the same state that the most lynchings happen, right? And let me keep telling y'all and reminding y'all about this lynching thing. Do you know what shot of adrenaline, dopamine, serotonin, and everything in between you get when you attend a lynching? We do know it was kids at them lynchings. Them kids didn't grow up. Them kids didn't develop a thirst to see that again or replicate it again in some way. And what better way? What better way, y'all? Listen to me now. Listen to me now. I'm finna go ahead. I'm finna go ahead and throw the thing on. I'm finna throw the thing on. I'm finna throw the thing on. Listen to me now. What better way? What greater satisfaction? Listen to me now. Tim, you with me, fam? Listen to me. What greater way? What greater satisfaction than to get the all-star, promising, innocent, naive, big black buck that's taking all the Katie's? What greater reward is there to get? Because we is talking about the people that also like to hunt animals for trophies, for sport. We talking culture here. We talking culture. So when you mix up picnics in the thirst, there's a thirst to do devilish deeds when you done devilish deeds. You just don't see. Listen, and all I'm saying, even if we dealing with the younger generation, don't think that them stories and that racism ain't passed down. Don't think they ain't looking at pictures, and every year on Thanksgiving they pull out the nigga knuckle jar and reminisce on when Grandpapa Joe was giving those niggers hell. We know it's passed down. We know it's passed down. We know. And listen, y'all. I'm keeping it totally 100,000. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just say it like the real, like it is. The people who develop the thirst, there's a thirst for it. They want to taste that death and that destruction for the innocent life. You know their favorite phase? Didn't do nothing? Yeah, but that's because they love terrorism and barbarism and injustice. Yeah, most people say they didn't do nothing because they really wasn't doing nothing. But they love that phrase. You see? That's right, Money Mike. Hit that like button. It's free. I'm cooking here. I'm cooking. I'm trying to put it together for you. So listen, we talking about the people who had the thirst, and all of a sudden these pesky Negroes, when another, oh no, black boy was killed in Mississippi. Who was that? I don't know. Emmett Till. When was that? How long ago was that? Why are we still dealing with the same thing? In the same place. With the same people. And I'm finna, and hold on. I'm gonna give you something else. And we talking about people with affluenza. We know what happens when you get into the upper echelons of society and you feel like you untouchable and you can do whatever you want. Which, let's keep it real. We got a judge. Wouldn't it be more likely that they family ancestors go back to the people that was putting on the picnics and all of that? We talking about culture. We talking about, yeah, hey, I know this is some BS because we talking about your folks. I know it's some BS, but you're going to have to take this L. Learn something. But what your name is, Bart? What is your little Boravalis? Boravalis. You said we are untouchable. Fam, we know you ain't untouchable because you over here in a chat about black empowerment on a Sunday night. That's why them birth rates is low. Hey, Snow Bunnies, see, I feel sorry for y'all, man. These the type of dweebs y'all got to deal with? We got dweebs on the screen. We got dweebs in the chat. These the kind of dweebs y'all got. No wonder y'all seeking out Soul Pole and Asian dudes and stuff like that. No wonder. Because if this is y'all selection over here, these dweebs over here, I know y'all coochie on Sahara Desert. Anytime one of these dudes come around, your fallopian tubes fold up and go back in the sockets. Big Tex, the way you followed me for that 7-hour stream last night, I know you ain't even never smelt no coochie. Yeah, Revival, I'm talking about people like you. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I told you this ain't what you want, boy. No, who was that? Who said that? Moonbeams? Oh no, this is what I do, fam. Oh no, Moonbeams. Thanks for tapping in. Where you tapping in from? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. But Moonbeam, I do this. Oh no. I do this, Moonbeams. Oh no. We got mods and everything, and we don't be. No, don't block them. No. I needs them. You gonna get this. Now the only reason I had somebody block the other dude the other day because He was and this is a warning for all y'all little busters that hop in the chat. I don't mind you saying whatever you gonna say because you stupid anyway, and y'all be used as an example. But don't be spamming the chat with no phrases over and over and little long pair. Don't spam the chat. Talk, say your goofiness, and keep it moving. Oh yeah. I'm a fry roaster flambe broiler. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The male mafia gets no wins over here. I'm throwing out all spoiled milk. You understand? But anyway, because there was a couple videos that I did want to get to. But tying up this theory though, and all in all though, and I think everybody on here, the intelligence on here can agree. I think, for the most part, everybody been following like I've been following. We learning and discovering this stuff together. And with all the things that we hear, we're able to draw the conclusions, right? And the conclusions is, from what's been presented about this case, we have all rights to every bit of suspicion. We have, and that's based off their actions. That's even before, listen, notice what we didn't do, y'all. Notice what I spent time doing, y'all. And this is how you can tell that they're on BS and they're on crap. Notice I went through talking about the basic human, the basic human actions as if somebody was your friend. There was no race involved. I gave race the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying that they was homies for life. They was blood brothers. They cut their thumbs and mashed them together. They lost their virginities together. They got caught stealing together. They did everything. Right? I'm not even talking about, we ain't even talked about race yet. We ain't even got into the history yet. We basing this off of the actions that happened right out right along from the Giddy-O Giddy-O got giddy. I can't even say that though. No, because right from the beginning it was race because 3 white dudes left a black dude on the island. That right there. That's race, right? I don't get that's race right there. But even if you want to take race out, even if you want to take it out, on some bogus man to man, homie to homie, friend to friend, how y'all gonna leave your friend on the island? Take the race out. How you gonna run your friend on your island? How you gonna let your friend go up with a female on a deserted island? Now, it ain't like it's phones on the island. It ain't like it's reception on the island. It ain't like it was guaranteed that y'all knew somebody on the island where he could have got a safe path back. It ain't like who says it couldn't have went all bad with the female. What if they stopped vibing or somebody got on somebody's nerve? Anything could have happened. You done left your homeboy on the island? Your homeboy. That's what I'm saying, Revival. This not even on no racist stuff. And thank you, man. Thank you. Just be a decent person for a moment. Decent person says, under no, okay, y'all taking on water. I can understand that. Tensions is high. You looking, man, we out on the stranded island, man. Do we got time to look for Nolan? He said he was getting up with the girl. You know what I'm saying? But we do know from what the timeline was, they set out their mouth. Last time they seen Nolan Wells was at 3:00. We know the boat left at 4:30. So there's a whole hour and a half. There's 90 minutes in between there where they was kicking it, talking shit, swallowing spit, whatever they was doing. And then you find out that you're taking on water. So At that point, you got a choice. Obviously, it wasn't Dire Straits because y'all tried to dip from the island and y'all end up getting towed. Right? Then you had to call in. You said you heard on the phone call, we right off the coast of so-and-so, which is conveniently right where the body was found. But we know it's customary to leave the phone on the boat, so we know the boat is the phone is on the boat. He already told us that he was going to get up with the broad. Yeah, I know it's an emergency, but dang, what do we do? Do we dip out with the homeboy's phone on the boat? And he said he was going to get up with the chick, right? So let's say they end up doing that. So you telling me it ain't on their mind the whole time? Like, damn, man, we had to go. You know, we got Nolan's phone. Either we get the boat fixed and go back. And we know it's all type of boats in this circle, in this community, because they also stated that Katie got another ride home. They had to send her aunt and uncle out to come get her. So we know boats ain't a thing with these folks. But instead of making sure your homeboy was all right, because you had to leave in a rush off the sinking boat that got towed, and then when you get towed, you ain't tell the tow man, hey man, we got to go back to the joint and get my boat. He done talking to old girl by now. Just like when you get a AAA or whatever, they don't leave you there with the damn car, and you the captain, so you got to make sure everybody all right. You ain't saying that you told the tow dude, man, we need to swing back around and get my boy. No, none of that. Y'all just went to the crib. And then when you at the crib, instead of wondering what happened to my homeboy, man, he said the boat, man, everything was crazy, man. That was crazy, man. We was finna die, man. We was taking on water. We about to sink right there. What happened to Nolan, though? Shit. Hey, get on Snapchat, man. Get on Facebook, cuz. See what's up with Nolan, man. You remember old girl name or woo he was with? See if you can find her. What school y'all say she went to? Yeah, you know somebody. Oh, don't old girl, no, don't woo. Oh yeah, he talk to woo. This ain't a big town, people. This ain't a lot of people. Did woo used to talk to woo? Okay, get him on the phone. Call and see what's up with Nolan. Instead, you call the Coast Guard. The nigga's already dead. Oh shit! We left him on the island. We just so what's they saying? We left him on the island with a whole bunch of white people. We know he came up dead. Like what is they saying? Shit, I don't know what to do. Shit, I don't know what to do. I got his phone. We got his phone. I don't know. They called the Coast Guard. What? Yeah, they lawyered up. Not only that, though. Not only that, let's add the other mix of what we do know to be true in there, right? They got a whole judge as a mom that's obviously quarterbacking this shit. Obviously using her wisdom and knowledge as a judge that's been part of plenty of cases. Looks like she was specializing in criminal cases. Come on now. Let's talk about what's already out here and what's said. Is it safe to say that she probably specializes in criminal cases and seen thousands, if not tens of thousands of cases, right? knowing all, and she's clicked in with law enforcement. You talking about they got, listen, man, they got knowledge and resources. You telling me don't know nobody know how to clean up blood from a boat? That's why they was over there cleaning the joint out. She don't know what statements to make. She don't know all the processes and everything to say and do. Because that's obviously what she did from the beginning, trying to come right on out and do some patchwork. Not only her, but her friend, the sheriff. Do you think her and the sheriff ain't friends? Anybody, why would they lawyer up if they did nothing, fam? They lawyered up before Nolan's body was even found. Nolan's body wasn't found until the 6th. They did all of this on the 5th. Thank you. They scrubbed their social media accounts and lawyered up before Nolan's body was even found, fam. Can you explain that? This is what I'm saying. On the night of 4th of July, after you left your homeboy at the island, after you left your homeboy on the island July 4th, that night, you saying you calling the Coast Guard instead of hopping on social media and trying to find your homeboy and trying to see what's up with the girl and all of that? You automatically calling his mom, talking about Nolan is missing that night? Because that's what they did. They called his mom and told him he was missing that night. They ain't put in, he rode on the boat with y'all and y'all didn't put in no effort to see what's up with him. He all right, swing the boat back around before you tell his mom he missing? They went partying after they know he was missing. Yeah, we can't give up the fact that they was all eating breakfast the next morning, and somebody asked them why y'all ain't out looking for more for Nolan, and they said because y'all think we did it. Let's not forget that. And it was after that accusation that's when the little statement came out, like eerily right after the body was found that day on the 6th. You understand? So this is what I'm saying, man, without even putting race in it, fam. Nothing that these dudes did is indicative of a friendship. I don't smell friend anywhere around there. And then, hold on, black people. What's this is this, though. What the consensus is from them is that they don't look out for their friends like that. And that is BS. Because you know what? They would have never left their dog on the island. Dun, dun, dun. Let's get into it. Let's go ahead and pull the cat out the bag. If Nolan was a dog, I'm about to hurt some feelings. If Nolan was a dog, y'all. If Nolan was a dog. Aha. Aha. Noble E, what up? Do y'all know what would have happened to them folks on that boat if they was black or white? If Nolan was a dog? So when they come in your when they come in the chat with this nonsensical, with this dumb stuff that they be talking about, just make Nolan a dog, and that'll tell you the whole thing. Because if Nolan was a dog, first of all, I don't care if the damn boat had mermaids around that mug. If it was melting, guess who would have been on that boat? Guess who would have had a life jacket and all? Guess who they would have damn sure made sure who got home? They would have never left the dog. That's right. Never. And wait a minute. Let's say they did. They would have went and got that boat fixed and came back looking for Nolan. And if something had happened to Nolan, if something had happened to Nolan the dog, there would have been high hell to pay. What you talking about? What you talking about? Some CPR? What? Nothing gonna happen to that dog. Nothing was gonna happen to that dog, fam. What? They would have went and got the boat fixed, stopped at PetSmart, grabbed some treats. Oh, Nolan, we missed you. We were gone too long. We didn't want you to go down with the boat, Nolan, so we came back for you. We came back for you, Nolan. Oh, exactly what I mean, Revival. Dogs are like family. You hear them? They be telling on themselves. But I thought Nolan was family. I thought they was bros. Thought everybody loved Nolan. I would never lay a hair on Nolan's pretty little head. Oh, y'all love Officer Tatum. Oh, y'all make my job so easy for me. Guess what? That was the coon that I was gonna cook today on today's episode. Yeah. I'm glad y'all said Officer Tatum. We know why you like him, because he said, look, and notice how they always get that stupid little Negro that says all the talking points that they want to say, right? Matter of fact, let me show y'all Officer Tatum at work, because I swear I was gonna bring that up on the episode today. Today we was gonna talk about the coons around the situation that be talking greasy. You understand that don't help the situation. No, literally. I had this interview with him and Teslin over there on Fox News, and they basically tried to jump Teslin. But hold on, we ain't getting into that real quick. We gonna get into there. But I ain't getting what I can't get off of, fam. Is I need to make this comparison between Nolan the Black Boy football store, and if in fact hypothetically Nolan was a dog. First of all, Nolan the dog would have never been left on that island. They couldn't even had trusted nobody to keep. No, talking about taking order on water or not. Because guess what? Nolan the dog would have had. He would have had a doggy life vest on. He would have been straight. I bet you if didn't nobody else have a life vest on, I bet you little Nolan would have. Right? And then if not, say they would have had to leave the dog with somebody. They would have wouldn't fix the boat, came back, stopped at PetSmart, say got some doggy treats, apologized profusely when they got back. Oh, I'm sorry, Nolan. We didn't mean to leave you for so long. Oh, I'm sorry. They would have made sure Cuz got home safely. But you hear what he said in the chat, y'all. I want y'all to, even if y'all on different channels, my boy said in the big chat, he said, because dogs are like family. Well, wasn't Nolan supposed to be like family? He's supposed to be their homeboy. They supposed to grew up together, knee high to a tree high. Yeah, he gonna get his Negro wake up call at some point, fam. They I don't know why they don't understand that cooning don't last long. Said don't insult rocks like that. He was a grown man, Jerry. Well, Jerry, that just shows why you over here in the chat saying the things that you're saying. Because really, Jerry, what is the benefit of this conversation for you? Nothing. That's what makes you a dweeb. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to listen and get the knowledge and try to understand and be a better person, that's what makes you a dweeb. Because you're just like a dweeb over here with one hand in your pocket and the other one hand on your phone, and you diddle yourself. That's dweeb behavior, Jerry. Is Jerry from Subway? Is that you? Is that you, Jerry, from Subway? Now listen here, Jerry. I don't think you know, but there's a startling statistic, right? Did you know that 26% of the country's population is YT males, Jerry? Did you know that? What's up from the UK? Jerry, did you know that? Jerry Dingleberry. Jerry, check this out.